Ooh, and there we go. Here comes the little fish. Come on, buddy. And we got a pufferfish. I think I got a spot for you right there on the wall. Wow, that's a lot of fishing. A lot of fishing done. What's going on, guys? YoMeister238 for those of you brand new. Usually do building tutorials and whatnot, and today that's exactly what we're doing, but it's a bit of a special video. Ooh, it's a little bit frame ratey from all these item frames. There are now 500 of you guys, and I want to thank you guys so very, very much for that. That's absolutely insane. Over here, I represented each of you guys with an individual fish. This took me forever to put up, but it looks really, really cool. I want to thank you guys again so much because now we are halfway to 1,000. If each one of you guys were right now to tell one friend about this video, about my channel, and get them to subscribe, we'd be at 1,000 subscribers already. But I do want to thank you guys again just so much for all the support, all the comments I've been getting, and all the congratulations and whatnot I've been getting. It's been insane. If you guys do like this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But today's video, what we're doing is over there, you guys can see the Piranha plant. If you guys have been watching my HearthCraft videos, my SMP new series, I built this guy in my survival world, and that's what we're going to be doing today. I'll show you guys the building materials in 1 second, but I really hope you guys do enjoy this video. And yeah, with that, let's crack on. Here are the building materials. So the first thing we want to do when establishing this build is establish a grid, which right here it says it's a 13 by 13 space. And I will say that even though it's a 13 by 13 square right here, what will happen is the base will expand and go over the barrier. So make sure you have a little bit of extra room in the sky wherever you are building this. For the materials, we're going to go ahead and get blue concrete, light blue concrete, and black concrete as well. And the very first thing we're going to do is we'll get our blue concrete out. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 over. Then we're going to place a block, and that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. From there, we'll go 2 diagonally. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 diagonally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 diagonally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you guys guessed it, 2 diagonally. From there, we're going to want to make this go up 7 layers, and what I'm doing is I'm actually in world edit, so this way I can go ahead and do this part really quickly. I'll just stack it up 6 layers. So right here you can see it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tall, which is perfect. That's exactly how tall we want it. From there, we'll go ahead and we'll go out 1 layer. So basically just 1 layer, and you can build like this, the rim right here. As you can see, I'm going on these inner corners and going around it. So like that, going around this whole rim. So place it on that block, go in, just wrapping around. And this will give the pipe illusion. Since this is the pipe that the Piranha plant comes out of, we do want it to look like a pipe, and that's what we're doing. We're doing a blue pipe too. The reason I chose this blue concrete instead of the typical green concrete pipes you see in Mario is because the green kind of blended in with the plant too much, so this makes it look a little bit nicer. But nice. Now that we got that, what we will do is we will raise this layer up by 3 blocks. So we want it to be 4 blocks in total. So once again, I'm going to use world edit just to make things go a little bit faster. So what I'll do is I'll stack, if I can type right. Oh man, I'm typing, struggling. There we go, stack 3 tall. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And if we go away, you can see it definitely does look like the Mario pipe already. So again, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tall, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 is this pipe extension right here. Looking really nice, looking really good. Now we're going to our light blue concrete, and we'll actually replace these blocks right here. So we're going to go ahead and just start replacing these. And this is kind of the glint or the shine that you'll see on the pipe in Mario. Yeah, it makes it look a little bit more, it's a bit more cartoonish, but it looks a little bit nicer. And we'll do this on opposite corners. We'll only do it on 2 corners because we don't want to go overkill and do every single corner. In the Mario game, it's always on 2 sides, like 1 side, 2 sides, yeah. So we'll go ahead and replace these with the light blue concrete, just like so. That's already looking good. Nice. Now that we got that, we'll get our black concrete, and we're going to go ahead and 2 layers down, we're going to fill this all in right here. So fill this all in with black concrete. And I will say, one thing that might trigger you guys, but not at the same time, is that this is an odd build. So it's an odd numbered build right here, but the actual plant itself is an even numbered build. So it's a little off center, but it still looks good. If you guys are watching my survival series, my HearthCraft series, you guys will have already seen it, and you'll know that it looks good, even if it is a little off center. But there we go. We've got the pipe filled up, and that is looking all correct. Yeah, if we go up here, it's symmetrical, looking nice. If you guys want to mob proof it too, I think I will do the mob proofing at the very end just to show you guys how to do that. But let's go ahead and move on to the next part. So now what we're going to do is we'll get the next materials, which is simply green concrete, and that's because we are working on the stem of the build. So if this is the front of our build right here, this is the way the Piranha plant will be facing, we'll go up right here in the middle, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 6th block, that's where we want our first block. and as you guys can see, it is uneven like I said, but that's alright. That's how it was designed, and it looks good that way. Actually, nope, it's one right there. There we go. So now what we're going to do is, this should be 5 blocks of space, or 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the 5th one, that's where it is. Okay, from there, we're going to go 1 block over like this, then we'll go 2 blocks over like that, 2 right here, and then 2 right here, and you can see it's a little off center, but that's alright. It looks good in the end, so that's what counts. So now that we got that right there, what we're going to do is we're going to make this layer right here, so 4 tall. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to raise this up as well. And I'll just do this manually without the wand just because, I don't know, just because, why not? So from there, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go backwards. This is going to be the back side of the stem. So we're going to go 1, 2, right here. We'll accept 1, 2, we'll extend. And we'll do it like this, so that goes like 1 back. So we're going to do that, and we're going to make this layer 3 layers tall. So it's going to be 1, 2, and 3. And if you're doing this in survival, I recommend also lighting up the inside of this so you don't get mobs and everything. From there, we'll go ahead and we're going to go another layer back, and it's going to be a 2 layer this time. So always place a temporary block right there, and then we'll go 1, 2. So this layer right here is going to be 2 tall. We'll do that. And then we go back 1 very last layer. So it goes 4, 3, 2. Nope, we're going to go back a couple more. So now we'll go back 1 layer right here. And we'll just extend it out 1 block, which you might have to use a lot of temporary blocks, but that's all right. So now what it should do is it should go 4, 3, 2, 1. And then it will go ahead and go 2. So we're going to extend 2 backwards like this. And we'll make this layer 2 blocks tall as well. So right there, we'll raise this up. And then I think that the next layer is the last layer that actually goes back. As you can see, it's curving, but it's getting ready to go back forwards like the piranha plant does. So we'll build another layer going back like we've been doing, like so. We'll have the block right there, and then we'll have these blocks right here. And we're going to make this layer 3 blocks tall. So that's 2, and then that's 3 blocks tall of green concrete. And you can see the stem is definitely starting to form, but now we want it to start going forwards, and the way we do that is we just do the opposite pattern except going this way, so it'll be like that. We'll go ahead and break these blocks and place these ones in, so you can see now we're going forwards with the piranha plant. And this one right here is actually going to be 2 blocks tall, so this layer is going to be 2 blocks tall. And then we'll go forwards another layer. It's actually pretty simple once you get the hang of it. At this point, I'm just really giving you guys the numbers. So right there, we'll go forwards again, and we'll have this layer be 2 layers tall as well, like so. Nice. And then we'll go ahead and we'll extend again, and we're going to do 3 1 layers. So you'll see what I mean in just a second. So we extend this one out, and you can see it's just 1 layer tall, and then we'll do that again. So we'll extend this out again. It's a pretty tall build too. I built this in my survival world, and I was dying all the time, so be careful with that. So now it goes 1 layer, and then we'll have 1 more layer. Like this, and this should be just about it with the layers, I believe. Right there, yep. And then the way we top this off, the way we finish this is we'll just go ahead and bring these 2 blocks up and then make a little cube right there, and then we'll have those 2 blocks filled in, so that looks like this little square at the very top. And that is the piranha plant's neck, the stem of the plant, done right there. And now, in addition to our green concrete, we will also get green terracotta, and what we're going to do is we will make the leaves of this plant. So the piranha plants have 2 little leaves at the very bottom, and that's what we're going to do right now. So the very first thing we want to do is we'll get our green terracotta out, and we're going to place 1 green terracotta on this back part right there. From there, we'll extend it with 1 green concrete and put green terracotta on either side like so. Then from there, we're actually going to go up 1 diagonally like this. So it goes up 1 diagonal, and we'll have 3 green concrete. Then we'll have 1 green terracotta in the middle like that. From there, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go another diagonal. Then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green concrete, and then 1 green terracotta. And then we'll revert back to this little one. So green terracotta, 1, 2, 3 green concrete, green terracotta right there. Then we'll go up diagonally like this, so diagonally up 1, and we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green concrete, and then the green terracotta. And then we go back down like so, and we'll have 1 green terracotta right there, 1, 2, 3 green concrete, 1 green terracotta like that. So that is the basic layout of the leaf. Now we just got to add a few more little details. So right here on this leaf part, we'll actually have 1, 2, 3 blocks, then 1 to add a bit more shape and a bit more texture to the build. And then right here on the very front, we'll actually have 1 green terracotta right there. And as you can see, we've got a nice little leaf. And I think that all looks correct. Yeah, I think we got it first try. Nice, in the tutorial. So yeah, there is the leaf done, and then we'll go ahead and do this on the other side real quickly. At this point, you should be a professional. We're just building it kind of reverse. So it's going to be green terracotta, and then the green concrete with the 2 green terracotta on the side. Then we go up 1 diagonally. I'm going to do this a bit quicker. We got 3 green concrete, then a green terracotta. Then we got 1 green terracotta, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green concrete, terracotta. Then we shrink it back like this, and we do the 3 right there. And then we'll go ahead and we'll go up 1 diagonally. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green concrete with the green terracotta. And then we'll go down 1, and then go 1, 2, 3 green concrete, green terracotta, like so. And I believe that should be all symmetrical. Nice, it does look good. Then we'll place 1 block right there with the green terracotta, 1, 2, 3 green concrete, and 1 right there as well. Yeah, those look like the leaves pretty much done and dusted, which is looking good. I don't know, do I want to actually add... You know what? Add this green concrete too. I don't know if I did this in my survival build, but that makes it look a tiny bit nicer. And then the way you mob proof all this, the way I'll mob proof in the very end, I'll show you the very end of the video. But we're going to basically just put a bunch of carpet everywhere. So just tons of carpet, green carpet on all of this. And it looks pretty good. So now we'll go ahead and build the spherical head, which is probably the hardest part of this entire build. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do the sphere. So we'll want red concrete for our materials. And I will say in survival, this gave me so much trouble. But you guys have me right now, and I will help you guys get through this, making this a little bit easier than it would be otherwise. So first thing we're going to do is we'll place 1 red concrete right here, and the head will be a little off-center, but this whole build is off-center. Actually, we'll put it right there to even it out, the off-centeredness. Okay, so once we got that red concrete, we're going to go 1, 2 down, 1, 2 up, and 1, 2 from the left and the right as well, and we'll fill this in, making this a 5 by 5 area. So that's how we want to do this square right here. Then what we'll go ahead and do is we'll make a ring around this center right here. So we're going to go up all the way around, just making a little ring that goes around this entire block right here. And this is pretty much what you'll do on every single side. You'll see as we get a little bit further into this. So now that we got this ring, what we're going to do is we'll put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on each and every single side of the sphere. So we'll do the 5 blocks. This is a bit of a sphere tutorial right now, actually. And I will say, if you're building this in survival, you should probably get a bit of extra concrete just because the materials, there's a split in the mouth when you have the piranha plant, and that doesn't include all the concrete. So you might want to get a bit of extra red concrete. Anyways, we'll continue. So now that we got that, we'll basically do 1 more ring going around this entire thing. And we'll basically connect the corners like this instead of not connecting the corners like we did last time. And we'll just go all the way around so that we get this final ring, and that is basically the tip of this, or this side of the sphere done. In Minecraft, it's weird. Spheres have 4 sides. So now that we got that, that is the first sphere done. What we're going to do is we'll get some temporary blocks. So I'll just get some stone out, and from the center of this build, we're going to actually go 7 blocks out. I believe it's 7 blocks. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then in the center, I'll just put a red concrete so we can see that clearly. Now we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the top of this sphere. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to repeat the same pattern we just did. So we'll have 1 block here. We'll go out 2. We'll go out 2, 2, and then 2 in the middle. And then we'll fill this up so that it becomes a 5 by 5 square. So we'll fill all of this in right here. And now basically what we're going to do is we're going to do the exact same pattern that we just did. So I might not do all 4 sides of the spear, but basically we'll go down 1 diagonally. So when we were doing this, we went inwards. We're always going to want to go inwards with the shape. So basically what we'll do is we'll create a ring that goes around this smaller ring all the way around. So let's do this really quickly. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. And now we'll add the 5 layers that we did like we did last time with this layer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nicely done. From there, we'll go down another layer, and this time we're just going to wrap around this layer one last time, and you should see if you did it successfully, it should meet up in the corners like so. And then we'll wrap this around right here until we go all the way around the sphere, and then that is that section done right there. And you can see that these 2 corners did meet perfectly, so that means we're doing the sphere correctly. From there, I'll do one very last side, and then I'll let you guys, or I'll show you how to do the corners, and then, yeah, and then we'll go from there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we'll do this on every single corner too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All good children go to heaven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a little bit of a Beatles quote if you guys didn't know. Okay, nice. So now that we got this, I guess this 3D cross in the middle, we'll go ahead and we'll do this pattern one last time. So basically, we got the center right here. We'll go up 2. Hopefully, I'm not over-explaining this. We go down 2, left 2, and then right 2, and then we make a 5x5 square. This should totally look familiar for you guys already. Then we'll go down, and I do recommend if you're doing this in survival, probably do the bottom layer first. That helped me out the most when I was doing this. Okay, so now we'll go inwards 1 layer, and we'll just do 1 ring that wraps around this whole thing. So we'll have the ring. Whoopsie, don't want to block there. Wrapping around this whole thing, like so, and then we'll have the 5 thing as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on each middles of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is giving me flashbacks to the survival world. Okay, nice. Now that we got that, we'll have one last ring extend one diagonally that goes and wraps around this whole thing, and perfectly it meets up in the corner. All these corners should meet each time you do the sphere, and you can see it meets up with the top half as well. That is good. That means you're doing it right. That means you can give yourself a pat on the back for being a successful Minecraft player. How about that? And then right there, just like that. And you can see each of these sphere layers are kind of meeting the corner. We'll do the corners in just a second, but first what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut, and I'm going to get these other corners finished real quickly. You know, there's something oddly satisfying about completing a sphere when building that in Minecraft. So there we go, we've got the sphere done. And that was, yeah, like I said, a very satisfying experience. But in here, we've got the cross. You can get rid of this. You can do, or actually, we probably will have to get rid of it because we do make the mouth for this. But let's go ahead and finish off the sphere. And the way we do that is basically we place a block wherever we see an opening. So just like that, those 3 blocks in the corner. We'll do the same thing over here. So in this corner right here. And then we'll do the same thing in this corner once more. And then I think we have to do the top ones as well, but this is an even more satisfying part. You're just closing up the sphere and making it look all pretty and nice. Up here it might be a little bit harder to reach, but you should be able to get it. And the sphere is looking good. It's starting to get dark. Make sure to light this up too. I almost died so many times by creepers spawning in this when I was building this thing because I didn't light it up. I didn't put torches down there. And there was a witch at one point and a zombie, a baby zombie. It was terrifying. It was not, I should have included that in the video, but I didn't for some reason. Okay, nice. So now that we got that, you can see the sphere is basically finished, but there is one more little part that we have to do. So basically, in every single corner, we should get this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 long post. In the middle, we'll just place 1 block. So we'll go around the whole thing, and we'll place a block right there, right between the 2 big pillars. Right here, we'll do the same thing. And then right here, we'll do the same thing once more, so smack in the middle. And then you'll also do on the tops and bottoms as well. So right here, you can see here are the 7 pillars except horizontal. So now we'll do this on every single side of the, oop, place it on the wrong spot, right there. There we go. And then we'll place it here. This just makes it a bit more rounded, gives it that bit more rounded kind of surface to it. And then the last part is we'll do the bottom one right here, which this one is a pain in the butt. So all I can say right there is good luck. I just had to do a bunch of scaffolding when I did it in survival myself. But there we go. That is the piranha head, and you can see right now it's just a sphere. It looks like the piranha plant got his head smashed, or I don't know, just like frozen with red concrete. But now that we got that, we're gonna go ahead and create the opening of the mouth. And the way we do that is, I don't remember, so let me go ahead and check real quick. I know it has to do with breaking a lot of concrete, so I'll be back in a second. With the sphere fully done, we'll get our next materials, which is gonna be white concrete, red concrete, and pink concrete as well. And now we're going to go ahead and start breaking open the front of his face to get it so that he has some lips. So right here in the smack middle of this block, we'll break this block and we'll basically create a ring along the front of his face that goes all the way around so that we can start opening up his lips. So right there, that's exactly how you want it. Yeah, it looks like his lips are almost closed, except he doesn't have lips yet because we're also going to add the white concrete in a bit. So now what we're going to do is from this layer, we'll break one diagonally and we'll go all the way across. So it's always going to be symmetrical on both sides of the face too when we do this. But right there, we go one across. And then we're going to go and break down another diagonal and we'll break all the way across again until we get right there. Then we'll break down one last one and we'll go all the way across once last time. So that is right there. So it goes down 1, 2, 3, and then we do it one very last time actually. So we'll break that block and we'll go all the way across so that his mouth is wide open right there. Let me make sure that looks right, and it does look right. Sweet. So now that we got that, that's the bottom half of the mouth. So again, all I did was make a hole right there, and then I went down one diagonally, 2, 3, and 4 diagonally. Now we'll do the top as well. And I just realized there is an accidental hole right there. Cool. So now that we got that, we'll break this layer right here. We're going to go up 1 diagonally, and we'll go all the way across with the sphere. So just like that. And then we're actually going to skip 2 blocks. So we'll skip these 2 blocks right here, and we'll just go all the way across like so until we get this part of the face broken open. So now it goes 1, and then it goes kind of like 2, and then like that. Nice. Now we'll get our white concrete out, and we're going to make his lips, which his lips, basically all I do is I just make sure that there's always at least 2 white concrete. So you'll be able to see this as we move along, but basically you can see what I'm doing is I'm just making sure that there's white 2 concrete at all times. In this part, you might get a little bit messy. You might mess up a few times, or you might make it look a little bit different than mine. Totally fine, as long as he has ellipse, it should look good. I think in my survival series, what I actually did was I actually messed up pretty bad, and I just kind of went with it. I winged it, and I made it look good, and that's all you can do. All you can hope for when you're building this in your survival world. But basically, again, all I'm doing is just replacing 2 blocks around the lips with white concrete so that he gets lips. Lips. Yep. So then we'll have that right there. We'll have white concrete right there, then we'll have 2. The only place I do 3 white concrete is right here in the center, like that. And that's just because that's where the lips kind of converge, I guess. But from there, we'll go ahead and start doing the bottom layer as well. Once again, as you can see, I'm always just doing 2 vertically white lips. Yeah, this is kind of the boring part of the build, but it works. It works. And I'm trying to show you guys how to build this, so I gotta go through it. But yeah. It's weird. It's almost like it feels like I'm building it again, except this time it's so much easier because I'm in creative mode and not in survival mode. In survival mode, the amount of deaths. I probably already said this in this video too, and in that video alone. But I just died so many times when doing this build, just because of the fall height alone. It was so high up, and we do play in hard mode, so you know, a little fall like that, or not a little, but a high fall like that, it's just super easy to die. But we're almost there. We got these 2 white concrete, just like that. Nice. So that's his mouth. His mouth is now open. He's got an oversized piranha plant head. That's because that's how we want him to look. And now we're going to do this part. I'm going to actually have to look at my phone a few times because we're going to do the tongue. And the tongue is a little bit confusing. So for the tongue, first thing we'll do is we'll get our pink concrete and we'll fill in these first 2 layers going all the way across right here until we have that shape right there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go up 1 diagonally. So we'll go like this all the way across. And I am pausing a little bit because it looks like I might have actually messed up the lips right here. Huh. It looks like it goes 1, 2. Yep, that's good. 1, 2. Then 1 down, 2 diagonal. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna pause it real quick and just make sure we get this all right. So I believe I found the problem, and if this isn't the correct way to solve it, we'll just keep going with it and hope it looks good. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we'll place 1 extra white concrete right there and 1 extra white concrete right there. I think that's the whole thing that was completely throwing my mind off, but now that we got that, let's continue on with the tutorial. So now what we're gonna do is we'll get our pink concrete and we'll go all the way across right here like so, going up 1 layer. Then it looks like we do it again. So we'll go ahead and we'll go up, actually we'll go back 1 pink layer, sorry. And then what we will do is we'll go up another pink layer right here. And yeah, that's looking a lot more correct. Nice. Now that we got that, we'll go ahead and we'll start forming the tongue. So first off, we're gonna place 3 pink concrete right there with 1 in front of it like so. And we're gonna repeat this a couple times. So 1, 2, 3 pink concrete, place 1, 1, 2, 3 pink concrete, place 1 right there so that we get this nice tongue illusion. And from there, we'll just kind of make it look messy. So we'll add 2 blocks right there, we'll add 2 blocks right there, and then we'll have some blocks up here going across like so that we get this nice tongue of the piranha plant. Now he just looks like a baby piranha plant missing his teeth and the back of his mouth too. Which for the back of the mouth, I think what we'll basically do is we'll just get some black concrete. I did forget to bring this in the materials, but that's alright. So just get out your black concrete. And it's really simple actually to go ahead and build the back of his mouth because we want it to look a little bit more cartoon. And in piranha plants, from all the pictures I could see, they always had these black mouths. So we'll basically just go ahead and start placing black concrete in, and we're just gonna fill it in along the lines of the lips. So right here you can see I'm lining it up with the white concrete, and then I'm just building layers that go all the way across. And this will make it so that he seems a bit more cartoonish, and we don't have to worry about building the back of the throat like maybe a uvula or something like that. I don't know if piranha plants have uvulas. That's an interesting question for Mario anatomy scientists out there. You guys can answer me on that one. But we'll just basically keep filling in this black concrete until It is all filled in like that. Nice. So again, looks like a baby piranha plant. If you wanted to, you could stop right here too. But we are making this an adult one. We're adding teeth. So the first thing we're going to do is right here, we'll place 2 white concrete on either side. This is a symmetrical build, so it's pretty easy to remember. And we'll actually make these 2 by 2 squares. So like that. We'll have 1 block in front right here, 1 block in front right here, then a block on top and a block on top. And you can see that creates his first 2 teeth. Now he's got some baby teeth and he's looking a little bit more scary. Then on either side, we'll have 2 white concrete on this side and 2 white concrete right there as well. From there, we're going to go ahead and add the top teeth, which are going to be exactly the same position as these teeth. So if we stand on this block, we'll look up and we'll place 1, 2 blocks right there, or actually 3 blocks right there. That looks a little interesting. We're going to go ahead and we'll delete that one and we'll place a block right next to it right there. I think in the other one with the top of the roof, the roof of the mouth might have gone up a little bit. That's all right. And then we'll make this tooth right there. So it's a little bit of a diagonal tooth like that. And then we'll go ahead right here and we'll do the same thing. So directly on top of this block, we'll add 2 blocks going down, 1 on the side and 1 in front right there like that. And so now he's got those 2 teeth, which is looking good. And then we'll go ahead and right here on top of these blocks, we'll add just one tooth right there. No, do we want 2? Yeah, we want 2 teeth right there. Nope, we do want 1. So just 1 block right there. And then we'll do the same thing right here on this one as well. We'll stand on this pillar of a tooth that we've created. And we'll place 1 block, just like that. Nice. And then from there, if you want the teeth to look a little bit more connected too, I would just extend the lip just a little bit. So like that, you know, just so it looks like the teeth aren't just randomly floating in a black abyss. But as you can see, that is the face of the piranha plant pretty much done, which I will say, there were a lot of pauses in that clip because I did built this wrong, but it looks good. It looks good, and I'm still happy with it. It looks the exact same, just a tiny bit more different. So with that said, last thing to crack on with is the spots, and then we'll hop into my other world so you guys can see how I spawn-proofed it. And for the spots, I find it best just to kind of wing it. So that's what we've been doing mostly with this build. So basically, that's what I do with organic builds. That's why I don't do organic builds usually, because they're very tough. So with this first spot, we're going to go ahead and put a 3 by 3 white concrete spot on the top of the head because the piranha plants are spotted as well. Probably because they're strange. Yeah, they're strange. Now what we're going to do with that is, now that we got that spot done right there, we'll go ahead and we do want the spots to be symmetrical to look a little bit nicer. So I'm going to put 2 white concrete right there and 2 white concrete right there to get another spot like so. And actually, I think that's a little too close. A little too close for comfort. So I'll break this block and I'll replace these 2 with white concrete right there. Nice, that looks better. Nice, so we'll do this on both sides too. And we're going to replace these 2 spots with white concrete as well so that we get the nice piranha plant spotted look on it. We'll go ahead and in this corner right here, we'll actually put another spot. So the way we'll do that, how do we want to do this? We'll go ahead and put 1 right there, 1 right there, and 1 right there. And we'll make this a diagonal spot. So like that. On the side of his head. Nice. Now that we got that, we'll do it on both sides to make it symmetrical. So we'll replace a lot of these diagonal blocks so that we get the same spot, which it looks like I did not do it in the same spot. Let me go ahead and fix that real quick. I realized that as I was building, I was like, this doesn't feel right. Okay, let me replace these with red concrete real quickly. And it looks like it lines up with this block right here. So there we go. We want that block and that block and that right there. So now we got another spot. I do have in the original build, I have a spot right here where we're going to replace some white concrete because we do want a spot on the back as well. And as for the top of the head, I'm actually going to say that looks pretty good. So now we'll go to the bottom, and this is when it gets a little bit trickier, but basically we'll have another diagonal spot right here. So we'll place these in, which these ones are a little bit more tedious to place in. So we got spot right there. We'll go ahead and use, as usual, you can place your spots wherever you want them to, just by the way. As long as you keep it symmetrical and as long as you get some on the bottom and top, it really doesn't matter. As you can see, it's already starting to look pretty good, and that's just because I'm making sure it's symmetrical. We'll have another 2 by 3 spot right down here as well for the bottom of his neck. So we got that symmetrical too. And then on the very bottom, we'll go ahead and create one more spot right here, which is going to be a big one because it's on the bottom of the neck, I guess. We'll just create a 3 by 3 kind of spot down here as well. And let's see if it needs any other spots, which I totally think it does. It needs one more. So right here, we'll replace a few of these blocks. We'll break that one dot, and then we'll replace these with white concrete. So we get a spot right there. And then again, we want to keep it symmetrical. So right here, we'll break the dot, place in 2 white or 4 white concrete and get that spot in there as well. And that looks symmetrical. Nice. And that is it. That is the Piranha plant, your base, pretty much done. He looks pretty threatening, pretty good. Now what we're going to do is we'll hop into my other world with the original build, and I'll show you how I spawn-proofed it. And it will look a little bit different from this one, but that's totally okay because this one looks just as cool. I think this one might even look a little bit cooler, actually. It's got a unique flair to it. But let's go ahead and jump into the other world. So here we are in my actual world, and you'll notice that there are a few differences. For one, the silver or the little glint of the blue concrete is actually on the other 2 corners, and another one is that the mouth and the face look a lot different. It looks a lot different, but it looks the same as, it looks good enough. It looks close enough to what we did, and I'm happy with that. So some things I did is I added a lot of carpets. So I added carpets to mob proof it, usually just white or red depending on what color of the concrete it was standing on. Sometimes I would add some glowstone. So like right here you can see that there's some glowstone. Whoops, that's supposed to be white carpet, and I don't care about that replay file. Let's get a white carpet and replace that. There we go. So yeah, I just added some spots, some carpets, and right here on the stem, I completely covered it in green concrete. Down here, I added some black or like the glowstone with the black carpet, and I just added carpet basically everywhere. I said green concrete just a second ago. I meant green carpet, and that's how I spawn-proofed it. Yeah. And then from there, if you guys want to, there is it's a decent amount of space in here that you can go ahead and actually build a room with, which I will do in my next episode of HearthCraft. But that's it. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, especially when I do organic builds. Organic builds are difficult and they make my head hurt, but it turned out cool, and I hope you guys did enjoy it. I'll see you guys in the next video, whatever that may be. Enjoy life, enjoy Minecraft, and ciao.